Life is not a rehearsal. It's the main event, and you're the one holding the pen to write your story. No risk, no story. Every epic tale, every legend, every hero we celebrate, they all started with a choice. A choice to step into the unknown. A choice to face fear head-on. A choice to risk failure for the chance at greatness. Think about the stories that inspire you. The entrepreneur who bet everything on a wild idea. The athlete who pushed past pain to break records. The artist who poured their soul into a canvas the world wasn't ready for. What do they all have in common? They didn't wait for permission. They didn't wait for certainty. They took the leap, and that leap became the first line of their story. You see, life doesn't reward those who play it safe. It rewards the bold, the ones who dare to dream bigger than their fears, the ones who see a wall and build a ladder, the ones who hear impossible and say, "Watch me." Your comfort zone is a cage. It's warm, it's familiar, but it's holding you back. Your dreams are on the other side of that cage door. And the key? It's risk. Risk isn't reckless. It's not about throwing caution to the wind. It's about believing in yourself enough to bet on your own potential. It's about trusting that even if you fall, you'll learn to fly on the way down. Every risk you take is a brushstroke on the canvas of your life. Some strokes will be messy. Some will be mistakes. But every single one adds depth to your story. Look at history. Every game changer took a risk. When Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat, she risked everything. When Elon Musk poured his fortune into SpaceX, he risked ruin. When J.K. Rowling wrote Harry Potter, she risked rejection after rejection. They weren't fearless. They were terrified, but they acted anyway, because they knew that without risk, there's no reward, no progress, no story worth telling. What's holding you back? Is it fear of failure? Fear of judgment? Fear of losing what you've got? Let me tell you something. Fear's a liar. It tells you to stay small, to stay safe, to stay invisible. But you weren't born to blend in. You were born to stand out, to create, to inspire, to leave a mark on this world. And that mark starts with a single, courageous step. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's part of it. Every scar, every stumble, every no you hear, it's a chapter in your story. Think of failure as a teacher, not a tombstone. Each time you fall, you learn. Each time you're rejected, you grow stronger. Each time you dare to try again, you're writing a story the world will remember. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to start. Take that first step, no matter how small. Apply for that job. Start that business. Write that book. Tell someone you love them. Whatever it is, do it now. Because every moment you wait, you're delaying your story. The world is full of people who had big dreams but never acted. They had ideas, plans, visions, but they stayed in the stands, never stepping into the arena. Don't be one of them. The arena is where stories are born. It's messy, it's scary, it's uncertain, but it's where you'll find your purpose, your strength, your legacy. Let's talk about courage. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's moving forward in spite of it. It's that moment when your heart is pounding, your palms are sweating, and every instinct screams, "Turn back." But you keep going. That's courage. And every time you choose courage over comfort, you're adding a new page to your story. Your life is a book, and you're the author. Nobody else gets to write it for you. Not your boss, not your parents, not society. You decide the plot twists. You decide the triumphs. You decide how the hero you rises after every fall. But here's the catch. A blank page is a story. A blank page is just potential. To turn potential into reality, you have to risk putting pen to paper. You have to risk making a mark. What's the worst that could happen? You fail? You get laughed at? You lose something? Let me ask you this. What's worse than failing? Regret. Regret is the ghost that haunts you when you're old, whispering, what if? What if I tried? What if I had taken that chance? What if I believed in myself? Don't let regret write your ending. Take the risk now while you still can. Every risk you take builds you. It's like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Start small if you have to. Say yes to something that scares you. Speak up when you'd rather stay silent. Try something you've never done before. Each tiny risk is a brick in the foundation of your confidence. And before you know it, you'll be taking bigger risks, dreaming bigger dreams, writing a bigger story. Your story isn't just for you. It's for the people you'll inspire, the ones who will hear your journey and think, if they can do it, so can I. Your courage is contagious. Your risks ripple outward, touching lives you may never know. When you step into the unknown, you're not just writing your story. You're giving others permission to write theirs. Think about the people you admire. Their stories didn't come from playing it safe. They came from daring to be different, daring to fail, daring to keep going when the odds were stacked against them. You have that same spark inside you, that same potential for greatness. All it takes is one risk to ignite it. The world is waiting for your story. Not a perfect story, not a safe story, a real story. One filled with heart, with struggle, with triumphs born from risk. You don't need to know how it ends. You just need to start writing. Right now, today, this moment. Your life is a canvas, and every risk is a brushstroke. Some will be bold, some will be shaky, but together they'll create a masterpiece. Don't let fear hold the brush. Don't let doubt choose the colors. Take control. Paint something extraordinary, because no risk, no story. And you were born to tell a story the world will never forget. No risk, no story. It's not just a phrase, it's a law of life. You don't build legends in your comfort zone. You don't break records by playing it safe. You don't write history by following the crowd. You stand out by standing up, by stepping out, by taking the leap when no one else will. Every powerful story you've ever heard started with someone who risked it all, someone who bet on themselves, someone who stared fear in the face and whispered, "Watch me." We admire those who go first, not because they were guaranteed success, but because they dared to face failure. The pioneers, the misfits, the dreamers. They had every reason to quit, every excuse to play it safe, but they didn't. Because safety doesn't write stories. Safety doesn't start revolutions. Safety doesn't create legacy. Risk is a spark. It is a fire behind every breakthrough. It is the currency of growth. You can't get to the next level holding on to comfort. You can't evolve and stay the same. It doesn't work like that. You're going to have to burn the old bridges behind you and trust that what's ahead is greater than what's behind. You're going to have to walk alone when others don't understand your dream. You're going to have to believe in your voice even when it trembles. And you will fail. You will fall. You will cry. But every scar will become a sentence in your story. Every moment of pain will become proof of your passion. And one day, that pain will become power, because you'll have a story others can draw strength from. No one is inspired by perfection. We're inspired by people who bleed and still fight, by people who stumble and still rise, by people who risk losing it all to gain something greater. The comfort zone is a beautiful place, but nothing grows there. It's where dreams go to die slowly, because the longer you stay there, the more fear wraps around your ambition like chains. You stop reaching. You stop growing. You stop living. Comfort becomes a coffin. And every day you stay inside, the story you could have written fades into the shadows. Don't die with your dream inside you. Don't be the person who almost did something, almost built something, almost became someone. You got one life. one chance. And you owe it to yourself to make it legendary. You owe it to the people watching you to show them what's possible, because your story could be the survival guide for someone else. What if your courage becomes someone's permission to rise? What if your risk becomes someone's roadmap? What if your story saves someone from giving up? But first, you have to leap. You have to stop waiting for the perfect moment. It doesn't exist. Start before you're ready. Speak before you're confident. Step before the fear disappears. It never will, but that's not the point. The point is that you act anyway, that you rise anyway, that you move through the storm, not around it, because the story is in the struggle. It's in the grit. It's in the messy middle, not the polished end. That's where transformation lives, where heroes are born, where impact is made, where average becomes unforgettable. When you risk, you find out who you are. You meet the strongest version of yourself, the resilient version, the passionate version, the version that can't be stopped. And that version, that's who the world needs. So stop hiding behind fear. Stop waiting for approval. Stop overthinking your way out of greatness. Because you were not built for the sidelines. You were not born to blend in. You were created to blaze trails, to shatter ceilings, to rewrite what's possible. And that means risking. That means failing forward. That means trusting that the leap will teach you to fly. You don't need all the answers right now. You just need the fire. You just need the hunger. You just need the faith that what's inside of you is bigger than what's in front of you. The world is waiting for your story. Make it one they'll never forget. Because in the end, the ones who risk the most are the ones who change everything. No risk, no story. So today, take the leap. Speak the words. Start the journey. Let the world feel your fire. Because the greatest stories ever told begin with someone just like you who dared to risk it all and changed everything.